Hello. I haven't done a drive with me in a while. So, all these videos, I got videos in my head that I want to do, but I haven't had the time or something. There's always been a reason why I couldn't do it. You know how it is, right? I know it's an excuse, whatever. So here we are. I decided since I really need to get something out there, I'll do a drive with me while I go to one of my cleaning customers. This is a commercial account today. I got 2 little offices to do, and then it's off to the laundromat. But that's besides the point. I really wanted to talk about goals that I've set for myself for my reselling, because everybody's having a hard time right now. It's been slow. We're heading into the summer, so we're going to get the summer slowdown. These are things that are going to happen. So, we go through this every year with the summer slowdown, but it seems like the economy has just been so crazy bad. I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard that we're in a recession, but it feels like it to me. And really, honestly, people aren't buying as much as they were. But I did something this weekend, and it got things back up to normal. So it's not higher than I wanted it to be, it's not higher than what I would normally sell, but it's kind of back to what I would normally sell, if that makes any sense. Between Poshmark and eBay, I haven't sold anything on Macari in about a week or 2. But what I did, I've done a couple things. So I think I mentioned that I got List Perfectly. Game changer, and I want to do a video just on List Perfectly, but I'll put my link down below. I'm sure you've heard this before, but if you use List Perfectly, they say 30%. It's really not 30%. Sorry about the bumps. It's really more like a week and 50 listings, which is, that's enough to get you started, just to realize the time saver, which is huge for me because I'm running 2 businesses. I got, a handicapped spouse, and I'm getting old. So all these things together, that time saver actually is a game changer. So I'll do more on that. Hopefully this weekend I'll make a video on that. So yes, I've been using List Perfectly. It's about $30 a month. Definitely worth it. Is for cross-selling and for marking things sold, because it works great. I love it. Okay, so there's that. I've been doing that, and I started using Flip just for sharing and making offers on Poshmark, and that's been helpful. I still have some issues with that, and maybe I'll do another video on that too, my thoughts on Flip. But overall, again, a game changer, something to help you manage your time, because we all know that the sharing on Poshmark is time consuming. Okay, so those 2 things I have done that are really helping me manage my time. And I think that it did. Well, I know what I can see is that I'm getting more followers. I'm getting a lot more likes. And I have been doing more sales. And of course, I'm still constantly adding to my store as well as. So those are the 2 things. I still have a ton of the electric blankets to get listed, and I have to sort some of them because I don't even know what conditions some of them are in. But that's on my agenda for this week. Just setting some goals, that's one thing. And then I have a laundry basket full of jeans that I got at a Poshmark bag sale. So, I have those 2 goals of the main things that I want to get taken care of this week. And I still have things in my List Perfectly that I haven't listed yet, cross-listed. And so I've started batching things and setting goals for through the week because I'm tired sometimes when I get home. The last thing I want to do is go over there and sort through boxes and take the pictures and all that. So I've kind of set up a little routine for myself, and that's helpful, you know, because I know what I can and can't do if I'm really busy cleaning all week long. And just, you know, getting my time under control and realizing that my mood and my body are going to tell me certain things through the week that, you know, have been a hindrance before, and I haven't been able to accomplish the goals that I really wanted to. Because you know how if you listen to, especially like Rockstar Flipper, some of his older videos, and he's like, just list 10 a day, just list 10 a day and your store will grow. Well, yeah, in theory that's correct, but things get in the way, or, you know, you might get tired. Like me, I'm older, I get tired, but maybe you have, you know, kids and other things that just kind of make it harder for you to start the process from taking the picture, writing the listing, getting it up, you know, all the steps that it takes to get those 10 items listed, especially depending on what you're selling. You know, some things are easier to list than others, but this makes it a lot easier because I do it as I go along. And then all I got to do really is just click the button and it goes through. So that's awesome. And I've been able to increase my my number of items by about 100 in the last 2 weeks. So that's, you know, 10 a day on a 5-day week on average. And I don't mind doing that because I can just sit there and watch YouTube videos or something on Netflix and just do it. And then the other thing that I have been fooling with, and I don't have this completely figured out yet, but I was playing around with Chat GPT. This it's a artificial intelligence to help me figure out tags and descriptions. And so in general, I've only fooled around with it for one day. I started doing that last night. And I will say, as far as the tags, a little bit of playing around that I've done, I think it's okay. It does give you a diversity of different tags, because my brain just goes like stupid. So like for this one, if I was just to, off the top of my head, try to think of tags to this video, I would be like eBay seller community, you know, stuff like that. But it's all like repetitive of the same thing. But putting in, say if I put in 13 tags for YouTube video titled "How to Increase Your Sales," it'll give me 13 diversified tags that all have kind of a different wording to them, so that you can pull in a greater variety of sellers. So I like that. Now, as far as my descriptions, so what I did with that is I put in like the title. So say I'm selling you know, Ralph Lauren men's button-up collared shirt, size extra large, blue pinstripes. It almost kind of repeats the same thing. I'm still putting the measurements in, and I've actually, you know, gone back through the listings that I already have and just taken, I always put the title in the top of my description and then the measurements. And with the hard goods, it's been hit or miss, I'll say. Sometimes it puts something in there and I'm like, I don't want to put that in my description. One of the things, it put in an extra detail that wasn't even relevant to, it was completely off. And then I just don't know how I feel about it. It's very wordy. I don't know if people are going to read it. I'm going to play around with it for a while and see if it helps. the weird thing is most of the stuff that I listed yesterday was holiday stuff like Halloween and Christmas. So it's kind of hard to say, especially for Christmas, because I sell Christmas stuff all year round. I don't know if it's gonna make it. I don't know. I mean, I got some likes on it, some things that I listed yesterday, but it's hard to say. I don't know. So I'm going to play around with it. It is an extra step with saving the time through List Perfectly and then going back with this chat bot or AI thing. I don't know. I mean, it's like another step. But the reason why I went to go play with this thing was I was listening to a podcast yesterday, List Perfectly's podcast, and I missed part of it. So I'll have to go back and re-listen to it if I can find it. But they were talking about partnering with, I think they were talking about partnering with the chat GPT, because when I go into List Perfectly, and I know you're not doing it, but there is a place where you do a drop down and it says keyword, SKU, your price and all that. When I do that drop down, the only thing that I'm able to do at this point is put in my price, even though it says keywords and SKU and all these other things. That's not there. But I don't know if that's something that they're working on bringing out in the future. That part I'm not 100% sure of. So, but it sounds to me like they're going to work with, some kind of partnership with Chat GPT, which would be great. They have already partnered with Photo Room. So, yeah, I can see that being a thing in the future. But like I said, I've just started playing with it, so I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I know there's a lot of controversy over the chat, these artificial intelligence things. I'll be honest with you, they talk about these artificial intelligence taking over the world. There's that kind of thing, Terminator, etc. But at least in this case, it's really just a word generator. That's what it seems to me. It kind of, because there's things that it can't do, at least right now. There's things that it can't do, and it just seems to me that there's got to be some sort of source of energy for these artificial intelligent creations, I'll just put it that way, in order for them to operate. So, you disable that, and that's the end of that. That's the way I see it. Plus, I did read that the people who created Chat GPT are trying to get some kind of laws passed to regulate it, which, okay, first of all, that gives me credibility. And I know that the reason why they're doing this is because they don't want people using it for nefarious purposes. And they're very clear about, it cannot predict things. So you can't go on there and predict, what horse is going to win the Kentucky Derby or, things like that. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not really one of those doom and gloom, fearmonger type people. I think that as technology advances, we use the technology, and I'll never be an expert on it, because I didn't grow up with it. We had dial phones and Encyclopedia Britannica on paper, and we had the Dewey Decimal System, which I don't think they even use anymore. So, that's how I grew up. I didn't grow up with computers. It wasn't, something that was in my house the whole time I was growing up. I knew about them. My mom worked for a computer company, but, she was data entry. Okay, we all know what data entry is, right? She typed on key punch cards. You'll have to look that up. That's what they used to put the data on long before we had tapes, and definitely before SIM cards and compact discs and all that kind of stuff. That's ancient. So yeah, but I do think that we need to learn to use technology as a tool, and don't be afraid of it. Just learn how to use it wisely and responsibly. I'll just put it that way. So that's what's going on with me. That's what I've been. Oh, and the other thing, gosh, I should have said this at the beginning. So, like I said, sales were really, really low and slow, have been slow for everybody. I started it Thursday before Memorial Day, a huge sale. I went through my entire list of entire listings, and anything that was older than a certain age, I marked it down 50% off. I did a deep cut into getting rid of all this stuff that's just sitting there not moving, and it did help. And not only was I selling things that were on sale, I was also selling other things, so it really stimulated my listings in my store. And the other thing that I'm doing, I had done a while back, I had taken all my first class packages, or things that would be mailed first class, and I had reduced the handling time to 3 days. I'm going back through it, and I'm putting it back on 1 day handling time, because I think that really hurt me on top of everything else. So those are the two things that I've done. And I've got another sale, not a 50% sale, but more like a 30% sale running from now until Thursday. And then I'm just gonna, like, every couple well rerun a sale so I can get rid of some of this old junk, because I really do think that it does make your closet, or well, not your closet, your eBay store, it gives it a boost. So that's what I've been doing, and I'm almost at my next job, so I'm gonna sign off now. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and if you have questions, put them down in the comment section, and I will talk to you again. Bye.